Classic is getting close, it's getting real close, and we've all had times to contemplate on what our plans will be in Old World Azeroth. I myself have spent hours of my life contemplating on what my new life will hold, and I think I've come up with a definitive answer. First off, what server am I going to play on? And that's PvP. I can't imagine not playing on a PvP server unless your playtime is super time sensitive or you have some serious anger issues and punch a hole in your computer whenever you get ganked.
Fucking Blizzard! Shit!
But for the most part though, I am kind of a hypocrite because I rarely even kill people even though I'm on a PvP server. I kinda just feel like a dick whenever I do it, and if we're in the same questing area, it might just lead to an all-out brawl instead of actually completing some quests. Don't get me wrong though, some of my favorite memories when playing Classic is participating and seeing the aftermath of giant brawls in places like Nessingwary Camp. Guildmaster Dan! Guildmaster Dan, I came as I saw the message in Guild Chat. By the light, Guildmaster Dan! You ain't got no legs! I know, ya bloody buffoon! These undead rogues ate them and these bastards didn't do anything to stop it! Why didn't you guys do anything?
Aye, we aren't a big fan of politics here.
We're just here to hunt tigers.
And raptors.
And I'm just here to get the pages for my bloody book. So if you're gonna play Classic for the first time, I highly recommend the PvP server. The player-created moments within a player versus player server are something that you can't miss out on because it's just so unique to the gameplay of Classic. Speaking of PvP, what faction am I gonna pick? And I think the answer's obvious. The Alliance is frickin' dope. Look, you just can't beat the beauty of Darnassus, the coziness of Ironforge, and the bustling city of Stormwind. Half of you are gonna hate me for this, but one of the main reasons why I don't like playing Horde in Classic is because Orgrimmar is absolutely disgusting! The whole place just looks like it's made out of Play-Doh, and there's this gross orange color, and it's just basically a hole filled with mud huts. I mean, sure, the top of the bank is cool, but have you seen the Ironforge Bridge? This spot is great. You got pillars where all the neckbeards can flex and show off all their cool gear, and you have people constantly going across the bridge from the auction house to the bank. And the city in general just has this super cozy vibe to me. Another reason why I want to be Alliance is because one of my ultimate goals in Classic is to get the Winter Spring Frost Saber. For those that are uninformed, this mount is available through an Alliance-specific reputation, which requires you to repeat a handful of quests that get exalted. These quests only give you around 150 rep, and the group ones give you a bit more, so you'll need to do around 750 to 840 depending on if you do the group quests or not. I know that sounds insane, but mark my words, I'm gonna get it at some point. Okay, so I know I'm gonna play Alliance, but what race and class am I going to pick? And that's Dwarf Priest, of course. I really love the leveling style of a Priest because there's basically no downtime between pulls, and they are pretty quick to level. You can also heal dungeons while leveling, even if you're in a Shadow spec, which is good because I really like healing. Now, why Dwarf? It's not because I'm a sweaty tryhard and I'm only rolling it for Fear Ward and Stone form, even though that is pretty nice. My philosophy is this: in Classic, I want to play a male character because in real life, I'm not a cutie gamer girl. So I got three options: Night Elf, Human, and Dwarf. Night Elf is just... no, they flop around everywhere, their casting animations look like they have a migraine or something.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
As a caster, humans don't really cut it for me either. I think they make pretty cool melee classes, but their doofy clown hands and their ripped form doesn't really sell the whole priest vibe to me. So Dwarf is my only option, which is cool because they're pretty kick-ass. Their casting animations are cool, and I can pretend I can actually grow facial hair when I play one. I also really like the sound they make when I slap somebody with a staff. The professions I'll pick while leveling are skinning and tailoring. Originally, I was going to do herbalism instead of skinning, but the problem with herbalism is, if I fall behind while leveling, I'll have to backtrack and wander around zones to pick flowers. But with skinning, it's super easy to level, and I can either put the materials on the auction house, or I can just sell them to a vendor, which will help me get enough gold for my mount at 40. I'm leveling tailoring because right at 60, I want to work towards getting the True Faith vestments. The pattern for these robes drops off the last boss in Strat Live and are kind of equivalent to Tier 2. So that means if I can get my hands on it, it'd be awesome because Blackwing Lair, where Tier 2 is from, is not out at release. The only problem with this pattern is that it has a super low drop chance, and I can either farm it a bunch of times or I can just buy it off the auction house. Once I make these robes though, I'm getting rid of tailoring altogether. Sure, I can make money by getting bags or mooncloth, but I'd rather be self-sufficient with alchemy and herbalism instead. This combination is also much better for a squishy healing priest like me because I don't need to grind mobs and I can just run around and pick flowers instead. Okay, so we got my race and my class and what professions I'm going to pick, but what are my endgame plans? For PvP, I can't really see myself doing some try-hard PvPing where all I do is grind honor for months, but I'll do it for fun and maybe do a little bit of ranking. Organized pre-mades are fun to do every once in a while, and doing huge world PvP battles are great too. I do look forward to getting all geared up and switching to shadows so I can absolutely demolish people at some point. I'm much more interested in the PvE aspect though. I don't plan on making my own guild or anything like that, but joining a well-organized West Coast guild would be ideal, so if you're part of something like that, you should let me know. I want to join a guild that gets shit done and knows what they're doing, but also isn't just some uber hardcore guild where it's basically just a job.
Private Leroy, why did you join my raid team?
Sir, to kill bosses, sir!
So you're a raider?
Sir, yes, sir!
Well, let me see your consumables.
Sir?
You got consumables, right? Ah, these are consumables. Now let me see your consumables.
Ah, here they are!
Bullshit, you don't impress me. Let me see your real consumables.
Ah, I got world buffs too!
You still don't impress me. You're not coming to tonight's raid. Work on it.
Sir, yes, sir! Don't get me wrong though, I want to clear Molten Core to Nax and kill a lot of bosses and get loot, but I don't want to feel like it's some stressful job instead of something that I do for fun, because at the end of the day, I'm raiding to have fun. And that's sort of my philosophy with most of my plans in Classic. I'm going to be playing a lot, sure, but I'm also going to go out of my way to have fun, even if it isn't efficient. I'm going to do dungeons when I level. I'm going to get the big PvP grudge matches for the hell of it. I'm going to level professions when I have time, and I won't push myself to the point of not having fun in PvP or PvE. And in general, I just want to enjoy my time in Classic because I've waited years to experience official servers. I'm sure these servers aren't going to shut down anytime soon, so I might as well enjoy the ride instead of feeling the pressure to blow through it as fast as possible. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in Azeroth so we can experience it together. Except for you Horde players, you can suck a dick. Hello, thank you for watching my video, and thank you to the Warriors of Mandalore YouTube channel for doing the voice of Hemet Nessingwary. Also, thank you to my lovely Patreons Lagging Balls and Jude Laster, and everyone else. This is a bit of a different formula than what I usually do, but I hope you liked it. More videos coming soon as always, and I appreciate all of your guys' support. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, cuties.